A very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for keeping it UBC TV. It is time for sport. And we're going to be taking a look at lots of things here and there. We have a lot of local sport to discuss today. And later on in the show, we shall be breaking down some of the international sports events that will be transpiring over the weekend. And not forgetting that Arsenal, over the weekend, we'll be battling to break the 20-year jinx of winning the English Premier League. I go by the name of Michael Semfuma Luwandaga, and in studio today, I'm joined by Ivan Kahanjire from the Virunga Mountain Marathon. I will be giving him a chance to say hello to you, and Edwin Kyle Kule is also a part of today's set. I will start with you, Mr. Ivan. How's your Friday, and how's everything transpiring in Uganda today? By the way, have you received these census guys?
Good afternoon, viewers, and good afternoon, Michael. I'm
Yeah.
very happy to be hosted here today. Well, the census people, I'm still waiting for them. It's 2 days now.
2 days to go by the way.
Oh, 2 days left.
Yeah, 2 days left.
I'm still waiting to see them. However, I saw the chalk markings on my gate. And it was quite shocking to me that it was indicating I've been counted and I haven't seen anyone. So I'll probably, wait for them for as long as they come.
Okay, so you're giving me a different perspective here. You're making me think these guys are just writing chalk onto people's doors and representing as they have been counted. But anyway, Edwin, how's your Friday?
Friday is good. A bit of rain here and there, but we are good to go surely.
Okay. All right. We have a lot to discuss today, and the reason as to why we have Mr. Ivan here in studio is the fact that we are going to be taking a close look at what exactly is going to be happening at the Virunga Mountain Marathon. And here he comes as one of the people that are technical in the organization of the marathon. Have you ever done any athletics?
Well, not at any national level. I've done athletics at probably school level.
Primary school?
Yes.
Secondary school? Okay.
Yes, and university. And I'm also very sporty. I've done quite a number of sports in my life. Obviously, soccer being the favorite and the obvious one for a child, a boy child.
Okay.
But I've also played cricket, and I played at a national level, under 19, in 1996, I think, thereabout, yeah.
Oh, okay. That is really interesting that you are a sportsman, and hopefully after the marathon you'll organize for us something for the youth cricketers to also come and exercise their muscles.
I'm happy to do that.
Yeah, 100%. A person out there would love to know, what exactly does Virunga Mountain Marathon stand for at the moment?
So the Virunga Mountains Marathon, or Virunga Marathon 2024 hashtag, as it is right now, has been organized. It has been organized with two objectives in mind. The first one is promote tourism in Uganda. We want to take Kisoro to the world and bring the world to Kisoro. I think Kisoro is one of the most, or the least sold places, the least visited, if I would say. If I did my survey, about maybe 8 or 9 people out of 10 haven't been to Kisoro, yet they're Ugandans. They only read about it or they hear about it. And even the people from Kisoro themselves, some of them are Kampala born and bred and haven't visited Kisoro to exhaust what it has to offer. So I thought that using the Virunga Marathon, then we can bring people to view, witness and experience what we have to offer over there. The other objective that we want to achieve through the marathon is to rally the public to contribute towards equipping the Kisoro Hospital ICU. And I'm going to be talking about that later on.
That is a very big social cause. Eh?
Yeah.
It is really big. If at all you think about even the people that are in hospitals and people that need help, it is something that is really interesting. But someone out there wants to be a part of the race. When should they come through, and what is the deadline for registration?
So the race, or the races, are on the 1st of June 2024. There are 3 races: 42 kilometers, 21 kilometers, and 10 kilometers. They'll be starting at different times. 42 kilometers at 6 a.m., 21 kilometers at 6:30, and the 10 kilometers starts at 7 a.m. The deadline for registration is a few days away. We have 14 days left to the 1st of June. We don't have a hard date deadline to say, but because we have to give ourselves time to prepare for travel, plan your travel, plan your accommodation, get acclimatized to the environment when you get there. So the sooner you pick up your kit, the better.
All right. Edwin.
Surely, we've had what the visitor is telling us, and it's good news hearing that, first of all, they're going to put Chisoro out there for the world to know. But he has mentioned something about the ICU. I beg that he throws more light on it, and we should know how is the community going to get something out of this, because a number of people have organized marathons, but then the question is, how do these marathons, first of all, impact to the athletes themselves, to the organizers, but also to the community where they are held?
That's a good one. Thank you for that. So if I could give a brief history of the origin of this ICU. So there is a gentleman called Dr. Arthur Kwizera. Dr. Arthur Kwizera got some money, some little money from wherever he got it, and decided to build this ICU as a personal initiative, as a donation. And he did this in a public institution. So this is quite unusual. So for us as the organizers of the Virunga Marathon, when we were looking for a cause on which to partner with, it was only natural that we choose this project that Dr. Arthur Kwizera has initiated. And it was no brainer again, because when you look at our health sector in Uganda, when you're to look for an ICU in the region, right from Bara Hospital, all the way to that entire southwestern region, you'll be hard pressed to find any. So it was obvious for us to go for that. So how does it impact the person on the ground? I mean, again, it's very obvious that ICU facilities are a huge requirement. So it's the first point of response before you can bring someone to Mulago Hospital. And while it has been in existence for the last 1 year, 12 months, they have admitted 35 patients, they have saved 30 lives and lost only 5. And by the admission of Dr. Arthur Kwizera, that's a big achievement. Yeah. That's a huge impact on the community in Kisoro, and will continue to impact the people around there. The other obvious impact for the marathon, the ICU to the marathon, is that looking at the broader picture, we are talking about a healthy community to participate in the economic activities, in the sports activities, and also to grow the social, political temperature, so to speak, because we have the 3 countries around there. And this ICU is not only going to support Kisoro people, it's going to support people just across the border to DRC and across the border to Nagana, or rather to Chanika in Rwanda. So this is going to create harmony in the region as people cross back and forth. And as you know, borders are very porous. If anything, they are virtual. It's only us who believe that they are borders, but they're the same people living across in Nagana, DRC, and across in Chanika in Rwanda.
What does it take for a person like me who wants to join you guys on the 1st of June? What do I have to offer if at all I'm going to be a part of the marathon? So
what you have to do, Michael, is first of all to buy the kit. It's 50K, 50,000 shillings, Uganda only, or $50 USD for those who are non-East African, and that qualifies you already to participate in the marathon. So it gets you a kit and also gets you a medal, because everybody who is going to participate, we believe, will have taken a huge initiative and deserves to be recognized and given a medal of participation. The other thing you need to do is probably book your accommodation in time so that you're comfortable. You turn up and you participate and then rest afterwards. Because it's not near, you'll not participate and get on a bus and come back.
We've seen very many marathon organizers telling us that we have this to win in this kind of race. At the 10-kilometer race, you will win this. At the 42-kilometer race, there is this as a grand prize for the winner. What do we have for winners here? Is it all about the medal and taking the initiative for the social cause? Or there is something huge for any winner that will walk away as #1 in the different races?
So as I mentioned, it is participatory. You are participating, you're not competing. So you could run your 42 kilometers in 2 hours and, you know, be in the leagues of Eliud Kipchoge, or you could do it in 6 hours, or you could do it in 6 hours. We don't mind. So either way, you'll get the same medal. So this year, we don't have prizes, but next year for sure, we shall definitely have prizes, because this is the inaugural event. This is the first event. We plan to learn, being the first one, and the subsequent ones we can then upgrade and, you know, do better and give you the prizes.
Yeah, just to come in here, after informing the viewer out there that this is the first time you're organizing this one, a question arises that how do you plan to keep this as an annual event? Because if you talk about the ICU as one of the causes as to why you're organizing this, so if that is solved, then what next do we have for the marathon and for the people out there? Or do we plan to see this marathon move, or it's just to show that, hey guys, there is Chisoro in the world and you need to have Chisoro on your eyes?
So is it going to be Chisoro forever or different parts of Uganda?
Yeah, so the one constant for sure is Kisoro. Kisoro is not going anywhere. Kisoro has been there, we found it there, we shall leave it there, just like Uganda has been there. So Kisoro is the one constant. The tourism story is going to be a constant, but the cause is most likely going to change. How soon it will change, we shall deliberate as a committee, as organizers, and see. But in terms of the ICU itself, I don't think they can have enough in one go. It could possibly go on even 10 years, who knows? I'm not saying we shall do it for 10 years, but there will be always cause to support the health sector in Uganda for the foreseeable future.
Do we have anything else apart from the marathon on that D-Day, come the 1st of June? Because as I was discussing with some friends of mine, some of them want to come for an expo. Do we have something that could be like an expo besides the running and the sport event as organized on the D-Day?
Yeah, so we are organizing a mini expo. I'll call it a mini expo because being the first one, we want to make small mistakes that we can manage. An expo, you know, in itself is a complex event. So we shall have a mini expo.
Just to cut you short.
Yes, please.
Do some people make mistakes deliberately? Because I heard you say we want to make small mistakes.
Oh, it's not deliberate, but you can
It's
never
learning, it's a learning
yeah,
process.
you can never score 100% in
Okay.
any event that you take upon. And I call it a mistake because by definition, it's not anything that you're going to go out and do, you know, knowingly, hence a mistake. So we might have a few misses, if I can call them that for that matter. And we want to make misses that are, you know, small, tiny, are not very impactful, as opposed to if, you know, we started large and then we have huge misses. So the mini expo, so to say, is going to be targeting the producers, the cottage industry producers in Kisoro, those who have coffee, those who have honey, those who have art and crafts that they would want to expose to the outside world out of Kisoro. Yeah.
Yeah, but also, what is the entertainment like? You know, entertainment and sports are more like twins. I want to come out of a marathon and then have some music, shake off the stress. If I was the last and everyone is laughing at me, I want to dance it off or shout it off. How is the entertainment like? And I know people down in Chisoro, surely, or people that come from that region, surely you can't separate them with entertainment.
That's true, that's true. That area is typical for Echitaguro, being Bachiga, Abakubira. So we shall have people having Echitaguro, we shall have Inore, traditional entertainers, and we shall have our own local DJs. We intend to get DJs from across in Kigali, 1.5 hours away, competing with the DJs from Kampala. And also we shall have, you know, our usual music, the latest trending music for the after party. There will be an after party, obviously, after the event. Because about, you know, 90% of the people will be going for vibes. As I said, it's participating, it's not competing. So it will be vibes. It will be tourism, it will be taking photos of the beautiful scenery of the mountains, of Lake Mutanda and Lake Mulehe, and the beautiful hills. Yeah. So expect entertainment at the end of the day.
Yeah, but Michael, I think when you hear whatever they are talking about this marathon, you tend to appreciate that it is attached to culture. And they are looking at the image of Chisoro and the people there. And this is some of the things that we try to explain, that sports is something that can give you a picture for anything.
Sure.
You know, it can put together people that are fighting. We've seen that Drogba in Ivory Coast called people to calm down only because they have a game of Ivory Coast.
He didn't call people, he called upon terrorists.
Anyway, they are people, they were not animals. But Michael,
once you become a terrorist,
you're not a
you're
person.
no longer a person. You have a different mindset.
Okay.
So he called upon terrorists and told them to calm down for Cote d'Ivoire to play their game.
Yeah, but it continues to show you that if we put our sports industry together, it can help us to push out a message. Because first of all, it's going to help you put together people together, but also it is a rallying voice that if you call people for a marathon, then you're literally calling them to help you better the hospital, better the facilities, know the culture,
promote tourism.
Yeah, so literally, we need to understand that when we put our sports industry together and give it a good figure, we are only but having a sole voice that can put many things together and send a voice to a common person.
So you're already taken by being a part of the Virunga Mountains.
And after hearing that there's a chitaguro, there's an after party, I'm going
that
to
is really exciting.
Sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, if at all you've just joined us, we're here in studio discussing the Virunga Mountains Marathon that will be taking place on the 1st of June, just 2 days away as we await what will be taking place in Namugongo. But we can go down to Chisoro town. Registration is just 50,000 Uganda shillings, and for the non-East Africans, you can register with only 50 US dollars. So please go down there for the social cause. It is for me and you. It is for all of us. It is all about the ICU and promoting culture, promoting tourism in Chisoro, and making sure we better up our brothers from that area. Your final remarks, Ivan, before I can say goodbye to you.
So my final remarks, really, I would like to call upon the public, come to the cause as we are rallying you to, support the ICU, contribute whatever you can from the bottom of your heart. There's no figure that we are putting to it. It could be as little, as much. It would go towards a huge cause to be significant. And for those who have already bought your kit, please go ahead and pick it up from Ishazi restaurant in Bukoto and Tinda. And those who are up country, there are channels through which we are going to distribute to you, and we are going to communicate that on our social media channels. Okay,
a person like me who might not make it to Chisoro, how do I toss over my fund?
So there is an account number and a mobile money number that belong to Dr. Arthur Kwizera, and you can contribute directly to those numbers, and you should be able to share those as well.
Oh, okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanking you very much for being a part of this interview. It has really been colorful, discussing lots of sense with the one and only Ivan Kahajire, a gentleman that has come up with something that I think is going to add up to what Uganda really needs. We really need very good health facilities. We need to promote our tourism. We need to always buy Uganda and build Uganda. Ladies and gentlemen, it will be the 1st of June down in Chisoro town. If at all you want to be a part of the marathon, please go buy your kit and probably work upon the issue of your accommodation. Just like you can see right there, we have lots of goodies, jumpers right there. Just like you can see on the screen, Virunga Mountains Marathon is all about we have at the moment. So ladies and gentlemen, please go pick your kits and be a part of the social cause of making sure we better up health facilities down in Chisoro town. We want to go for a very short breather, but when we return, we have lots to discuss. Arsenal is battling up Man City over the weekend when it comes to the issue of title contention. Arsenal will be playing in a different fixture, and the same will be applying to Man City. But the two, any who makes a mistake will lose the opportunity of walking away triumphant. And still in the Uganda Premier League tomorrow, come Saturday, we're going to be seeing 4 title contenders battling on different grounds. And due to the issue of syndicate, all these games will be broadcast live. Don't go away.